Beijing, Chinese President 11 Xi Jinping will send a special envoy to North Korea on Friday, in what is being seen as a significant step forward in stalled diplomacy with the rogue nuclear state. The visit was announced as U.S. President Donald Trump arrived home on Wednesday after his Asian tour, in which the North Korean nuclear crisis topped the agenda. It has been 2 months since North Korea fired a missile test, a relative lull given the frenetic pace of missile launches and one nuclear test this year. Mr. Trump had tweeted on Saturday that progress is being made, and Mr. 11 has stated that he is upping the sanctions against #NoKo. The visit by Song Tao, the head of the Chinese Communist Party's international department, was announced as a party-to-party visit to inform North Korea about the recently held 19th Party Congress in China. Mr. Song last visited North Korea 18 months ago. Earlier this year, China's then nuclear envoy Wu was snubbed by Pyongyang, which refused to accept a meeting on the Korean Peninsula crisis. Mr. Wu was replaced in August by Kong Sui-oya. However, it's believed that China's new nuclear point man also has not yet visited North Korea in this role. On Donald Trump's recent trip to South Korea, the U.S. president toned down his rhetoric and urged North Korea to come to the table and make a deal. The Washington Post reported last week that the U.S. North Korea envoy Joseph Yun had said if North Korea stopped firing missiles for 60 days, it would be a signal to resume direct dialogue. During his visit to Beijing, Mr. Trump asked Mr. 11 to work very hard on North Korea. But neither the White House or Beijing gave any indication of whether China would go further than the latest round of United Nations Security Council sanctions, which are estimated to cut $1 billion from North Korea's foreign revenue when they come into full effect in January. The UN sanctions include China closing all North Korean businesses and joint ventures in China, capping oil supply and preventing any more North Koreans from working in China to earn cash for the regime. Chinese banks have stopped dealing with North Korea after the U.S. unilaterally sanctioned the Bank of Dandong. A fortnight ago, Mr. 11 exchanged letters with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un over the 19th Party Congress, the Communist Party's 5-yearly meeting. Mr. Kim has never visited China, and Mr. 11 has not visited North Korea since he became president.